look at you all good looking and well rested today. I guess you want to hang out, huh? Come on, today we're checking out the weirdest WWE moments, and you know what? I'm inviting you to hang out with me for at least 15 minutes. That's right, you can hang out with me. I'm giving you permission. If you guys like to check out the original creator of this content, click the top link in the description. Show them some love. If you'd like to react to content with me live on Twitch when I am live, my internet isn't destroying itself, you can use that bottom link. Young ones, get out of here. I don't make content for little ones. I use very colorful language and I don't want you to get in trouble. With that being said, let's get right into the video.
Have you ever seen a wrestler fight himself? Before his hardcore match with Hardcore Holly, Al Snow wanted to show how tough he was. When no one agreed to fight him, Al decided he would do something nobody had ever done and have a match against himself. Al Snow used an assortment of weapons and even went through a table.
What the hell? Alright, I regret this video already. What the fuck are we doing? Why? This reminded me of when Patrick definitely cooked himself in SpongeBob. I mean, was definitely just in the air getting ragged by a fucking specter. A ghost, if you will. Because how the... I'm mad he got a pop for doing that moonsault to the table, though. Like, I would definitely look at the person in the crowd next to me like, why? Don't condone this. Don't praise him. That was a clean moonsault, though.
Fans wouldn't learn until years later that Al Snow was actually hitting John Cena with a moonsault. Usually, it's the...
Okay, that makes it make a lot more sense. Suddenly I like it. I don't know why. Shut up. Shut up. Don't judge me.
wrestlers who take off their shirts. However, during one episode of Raw, a bunch of fans started showing off more than they should have. At SummerSlam in 2004, Randy Orton defeated Chris Benoit and became the youngest world champion in WWE at the age of 24. The next night on Raw, the Legend Killer was basking in his glory and decided to have some fun at the fans' expense. Randy Orton asked all the 24-year-old men in attendance to remove their shirts, and they did.
That is disturbing.
If only
What
Orton
the
would have asked
hell?
the female fans to do the same thing.
I will fight you. I will definitely fight you. Also, Yetis. You can't go wrong with Yetis, man. I think everybody can appreciate, some Yetis. Every once in a while, some Yetis.
This is the strangest match in WWE history. After Damian Priest and Bad Bunny defeat The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania 37, the A-lister wanted some payback. This led to a lumberjack match between The Miz and Damian at WrestleMania Backlash. However, the lumberjacks weren't your typical wrestling lumberjacks. Instead of wrestlers, an army of zombies surrounded the ring.
What are y'all doing, man? Why is it that I'm seeing more zombies than ever in wrestling this past week? Someone needs to get kneed in the nuts. I'm getting tired of this, man. I'm getting tired of this. How does this keep on happening? If you didn't watch my other videos, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get what I'm talking about. You see, you gotta go back. You might have missed something involving a damn zombie. Shameless plug right there. Come on, you know what you're here for.
The zombies, though, weren't interested in throwing either man back into the ring. This actually caused The Miz to hide under the squared circle at one point. Eventually, the undead got their hands on Priest and Miz, forcing the two to team up and mow down the dead men. Unfortunately, one stipulation of the series match was that the loser would get eaten alive, which is what happened to The Miz after being defeated by Damian Priest. What's up with Triple H's voice?
Oh, okay, but no, what was the, why do we have so many, like, you die angles, and the people just come back? Like, alright, I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, but I saw a clip of, I believe, a Baron Corbin throwing Rey Mysterio off of the roof of, was it the WWE headquarters or something? I definitely seen a clip, and I was just like, yo? Yo, what are we talking about here? And he just came back like he was my. Also, what the hell was the deal with the Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio eye thing? What was up with that? What was that? I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, the Paul. Bro, I make that noise when I wake up. Like that. When I realize that I'm back in the realm of the living for just a little bit, I definitely gotta hit one of those ERs. I mean, I definitely just fucking he just spawned in.
You don't usually see wrestlers use guns in WWE, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened. On SmackDown in 2004, The Big Show was wrestling a match with Kurt Angle. Mark Jindrak and Luther Reigns gained up on the Giant, but Big Show held his own. That was until Angle shot him. Luckily, it was a Tranquilizer dart, so Big Show was only out.
What the hell? Wait, that what? My man definitely got tranked? What the fuck? Yo, they was just doing shit. They were definitely just doing shit. I've never heard of this.
Temporarily. However, this still gave Kurt Angle enough time to give the world's largest athlete a haircut.
Oh,
Raw
nah.
Roulette gave fans a lot of unique matches, but just remember, uniqueness doesn't always mean good. In 2003, Hurricane and Rosie found themselves in a Capture the Midget match.
Eric, midget isn't a very politically correct term.
The goal was to be the first person to capture the little person, Fernando. Hurricane and Rosie ran all over the arena, but it was all for nothing. Jim Ross ended up winning the match after Fernando jumped on his lap. Cage matches are usually pretty awesome. I say usually though, because someone somehow found a way to make a boring cage match. In the 1970s, WWE Hall of Famer Chief Jay Strongbow fought Don Kent in a shark cage match. The match was just like a steel cage match. The first wrestler to escape the
What the fuck is this? But I'm going home. Let them whip out this little piddly ass cage and tell the wrestlers to get there while I'm in tennis. I'm going the fuck home. What are we doing here? Grow up. This fucking adolescent ass steel cage? This childish ass steel cage? This steel cage still got homework, bro. Ain't no fucking way. No.
Cage won. Unlike a steel cage match though, the shark cage was much smaller. Making the match even worse was that the door kept opening.
Stupid as hell.
A good way to describe this match is wanting Hell in a Cell but being told there's already Hell in a Cell at home. Making it even sadder was that Chief Jay Strongbow needed outside interference to win. What's amazing about Brock Lesnar is that he can hit his finisher, the F5, on just about any opponent. It doesn't matter how big they are, the Beast manhandles people like it's nothing. However, to promote SummerSlam, Lesnar did something no one expected. As a group of terrified beachgoers ran away from the water, Lesnar dove in and pulled out a shark. Not only that, but Brock gave the Giant
There's nothing wrong with your headphones or speakers. I definitely just sat here in silence and watched this man F5 a shark. Who? Vincent. You responsible for this shit. I know. I know for a fucking fact. Vince, why?
fish and F5. There were a lot of weird moments during the pandemic era in WWE. One of the most bizarre though was when the Street Profits fought the Viking Raiders. It started out pretty normal, with the two brawling all over the WWE Performance Center. Things started to get weird when the two teams had to become partners when a gang of ninjas, led by Akira Tozawa,
What are we doing, bro? What? Vincent. This had to be all Vincent. So they scrapping and they don't like each other. But then when they get outside, it's the ninjas. The ninjas gonna pull up. And then you gotta be the 4v8. How, like, what? How do you even become a henchman? How do you become a wrestling henchman is what I want to know. These ninjas pulled up with no weapons. They pulled up barehanded as hell. That's stupid. I don't like it. Take that back.
attacked them. The Profits and the Raiders escaped and then fell into a dumpster. But that wasn't the strangest part. The weird part was when they were attacked by a trash monster.
What?
Normally, it's the fans.
No, what the see, that shit is why. The shit like that is why I don't regret missing out on so much wrestling. It's because you're not gonna insult my intelligence to put a fucking trash monster. I'm already letting you guys do your matches, right? I'm already letting you guys suspend my disbelief. We got fucking demonic talk show, kid show hosts and shit. We're not gonna do trash monsters in the dumpster after ninja fights. Though that's not even a cool segue. You can't even put those two things in the same whatever the fuck. I don't like it. I'm getting irritated the more this video goes on, dude. I don't know.
Who can't see John Cena, but on a December 2005 episode of Raw, it was John Cena who couldn't see the fans. During his reign as WWE champion, Cena fought Daivari in a You Can't See Me match. It was just like a regular match, but the twist was that Cena couldn't see a thing. This led to some crazy moments, like when John Cena nearly knocked out the referee. Daivari taunted and played around, but it ultimately cost Daivari as Cena used the fans to point him in the right direction and win the match. On Raw, Stephanie McMahon was running her mouth until she got cut off by Chris Jericho. Jericho made several comments, including that Steph had been with everyone on the planet. Therefore, it was time to find a new species for Stephanie. Chris Jericho's choice? 2 apes from the Planet of the Apes movie. Stephanie McMahon, though, did not go bananas for the primates, but did get a pie to the face. That was weird, but not as weird as when Big Josh watched the ring with 2 real live bears. We've seen.
That's fire. Big Josh is the man. 2 bears. You can't beat that. Your favorite wrestler didn't walk out to the ring with 2 bears. I will take that bet. It can't be Big Josh. Favorite wrestler can't. You know that's not your favorite wrestler, so don't fucking lie to me. But your favorite wrestler did not walk out with 2 bears. Convert.
Teenagers wrestle in WWE and even win championships. However, there's only been one time that child wrestled in a WWE match and won a title. In 2018, Braun Strowman won a match that earned him a match against the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro, at WrestleMania 34. The only problem was that Braun didn't have a tag team partner. The Monster Among Men decided to ask the WrestleMania crowd if someone wanted to be his tag team partner. Strowman then pulled out a kid named Nicholas, who's only 10 years old. Despite having a partner who hadn't hit puberty yet, Braun won the match. This was the first time a child had won a match at WrestleMania, and the first time a kid had been a champion in WWE.
It's just Nicholas. So how did they lose the belts? Did someone pin Nicholas? Did someone really challenge Nicholas on Raw and beat him with it? What the fuck? How did they end up losing that belt? I don't even know the lore. What happened with Nicholas? He was a nice big thing, man. He was a nice big thing. They said it. They said it on TV. I believed it.
Isn't just weird, but creepy and kind of uncomfortable knowing what would happen. In 2005, Triple H competed in a match against Chris Benoit. During the fight, Triple H hit Benoit in the back of the head. Chris Benoit went to the outside and started shaking and making an odd face, almost as if the move did real damage. Of course, this is just Benoit selling the move, but it's kind of disturbing to watch, knowing what would happen 2 years later. Alright, watch this next clip and tell me if it's disgusting or satisfying. When Jillian Hall made her WWE debut, the thing that stood out about her was the giant mole on the side of her face. It was all anyone could look at, but staring wasn't enough for.
Yeah, you can't even call that a mole, dude. That is a singular super herpy, bro. Like that. That shit is gross. I was eating something, and I took a break to film this video. Now I'm looking at my food, and I don't want it anymore. I'm not saying this made me lose my appetite, but hypothetically speaking, like, that shit looks like a diseased fucking rice patty, bro. What? And they fucking had the boogeyman eat that. That's what gets my goose. That's what grinds my gears. That's what twists my nipple, bro. Why did they? Who was this for, bro? Why even? That's so random and nasty, bro.
One person. Hall worked as JBL's fixer, and the two would start butting heads with the Boogeyman. Boogeyman terrorized the two, and it was usually Jillian Hall who got the worst of it. This all came to a head with Boogeyman butting off Jillian's mole and then eating
Jillian had them things.
Is it weird if I want to know what it tasted like? In the 90s, WWE hosted a series of pay-per-views called In Your House.
That's fucking nasty.
Not a single match actually took place in a house. Years later, though, WWE would rectify this. In 2009, tensions between Randy Orton and Triple H were at an all-time high, heading into their WrestleMania 25 match. However, things crossed the line when the King of Kings did this. During an episode of Raw, Orton gave a live interview from his home. While Triple H was supposed to be at Raw, he never showed up. As it turned out, the game had actually taken a trip to St.
Okay, but why is there a cameraman just in quote-unquote Randy Orton's house? Like, oh, by the way, why was he finally ready to get the doors when I mean? He was already doing the interview, but why the fuck? He's like, yo, wait a second. Wait a second. Is that Triple H on the lawn? With a sledgehammer. I'm calling the cops. Like, you're getting arrested, bro. That smooth-ass leather jacket. Give me that jacket. I want that jacket.
Louis, Missouri, to meet up with Randy Orton. Triple H broke into Orton's home and terrorized his family. The game and the Viper brawled throughout the house, ending with Orton going through a window. In the end, Triple H was arrested,
damn camera
but this is
angles.
literally
That's really cool,
WWE in your house. You'll either think this next clip is the coolest thing you've ever seen,
That was
or
pretty
the
tight, though.
stupidest. While backstage, Carlito was trying to teach Hornswoggle a lesson. The leprechaun was trapped, but luckily, he had a plan to escape. Swoggle pulled out a camp spray paint and made himself a door. What's even crazier is that it actually worked. And what's even crazier than that is that Carlito tried to use the door
What
too,
the
and it went
hell?
as well as you would expect. There's only one word to describe this whole thing.
Damn!
We've seen wrestlers hit their
What
finishers
the
on
hell?
tables, onto chairs, off ladders, and just about anything you can imagine. However, I'll bet you've never seen a finisher done like this. On an October 1999 episode of Raw,
Oh,
The
hell
Rock
no.
and Mankind fought the British Bulldog and Val Venus. I guess because one of their opponents was named after a canine, The Rock had a tray of dog doo-doo brought out to the ring. The match ultimately ended in a no contest, but there was
What?
definitely a winner and a loser. The Brahma Bull brought the tray into the ring and gave Bulldog a
Oh,
rock
hell
bottom
no.
onto the dog poo. As they say, anything can happen in WWE.
Ew,
We've
bro.
seen some pretty weird prizes wagered in WWE matches. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero famously
blah.
fought in a ladder match with the custody papers for an 8-year-old Dominic Mysterio
Damn,
hanging
Rey.
above the ring. Nikki and Brie Bella also competed in a match where the loser had to be the winner's servant for a month. However, the weirdest and most disgusting thing ever
The
wagered
hell?
in a WWE match was an eyeball. In 2020, Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio had been feuding after Rollins injured Rey's eye. Logically, Mysterio decided to challenge Seth to an eye for an eye match. Just as it sounds, the only way to win was to
The
gouge
hell
out your
is
opponent's
this?
eye. I told you it was disgusting. Rey Mysterio unfortunately lost that
That's
match.
not
and
crazy?
even
Is
Seth
that not
couldn't stomach
crazy?
it. Now you have to see this match to believe it. In 1992, fans witnessed the first and only Bungee match. Chaz Taylor and Stephen Dane fought 175 feet in the air with the goal of being
Bungee
the other
match.
person off the platform. It was actually a pretty cool idea, but the problem was fans couldn't really see the action, and even if they could, there wasn't much space up there for the wrestlers to fight. The match ended with Stephen Dane being thrown off the platform, giving Chaz Taylor the distinction as the first and only Bungee match
Ain't
winner.
no fucking
Question:
way.
How do you have a wrestling match on a moving
That's
truck?
so
To see
random.
how, watch the video on screen.
A match on a moving truck. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to see that one. I want to see that. We're gonna have to see that in one of the other videos. We can't do that right now. Silly, this video's over. If you guys want to support the original upload of this content, go ahead. Click the top link in the description. You might learn something, bro. You might learn something. They might teach you something. You might obtain knowledge. That'd be cool, right? Or you could use the bottom link in the description and react to content with me live when I'm on Twitch. Wouldn't that be cool? Huh? Me and you could talk. We could interact. I could stream when my internet's not being dumb. I've definitely recorded this offline right now. I'm feeling bad about it. But guess what? It's okay because we got to spend time. And you can check out the Patreon for bonus content that I don't upload to YouTube. That's right. There's content that YouTube flags immediately. So if you guys want to see me react to some movies, entire ass WWE movies, or the Botchamania stuff or the Promo Joey stuff that gets copyright claimed really quickly, or any other content that I have on Patreon, go ahead. I got a free tier there that you can check content out for free. That's right. You don't have to pay anything for the bonus content. It's really cool. I've also got some executive producers from the Patreon that make these videos possible because they're awesome and they're cool and they make me feel all fuzzy inside. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that. You're imagining things. I'll see you in the next video if we both make it there. One of us might not, and it makes me sad. Imagine it's me. Like, imagine I don't make it. What am I gonna do if I don't make it to the next video?